renewed confidence at last that the region can actually punch above the weight in a global economy. I think when you look at the region's sort of structure of what we're looking at now, you're seeing for the first time, I think, people actually coming together and working together because they've seen the benefit that collaborating on big regional sort of projects has a massive impact, has a massive benefit.
Public-private partnership, I think, is important too. The way the local authorities now embrace that, I think, has been very useful, certainly through the City of Culture infrastructure works.
Well, employment in the small business sector is huge in the Humber, and if you look at the stats, you'll see that the smaller businesses out there are employing the majority of people.
We've seen investment in the food sector, particularly within seafood processing. We now have about 5,000 jobs in the area. We have some blue chip seafood processing businesses operating from the area, and we're processing about 70% of the UK seafood in Grimsby.
And because those leaders were there, because industry was ready to embrace a new idea or a new future, they saw that opportunity coming around the corner and they grabbed it with both hands, together, public and private sector together.
I think there's much more better collaboration between public and private sector, giving the region the confidence that this is the place things are happening. And I think it's with that confidence the investment has come, because people recognize things are happening in the Humber.
Those big wins have really put the region on the map, and they've really instilled confidence and pride into the local people.
Business people are working closer with the politicians, that's what the DEP is there for, and we're combining together to put a good story together for people like Siemens, who've been very pleased and impressed by the reception they've had and by the support they've had from the Hull City Council and others.
We realise we've got to work together. It's not about a council, it's not about a business, it's about collaboration and playing to strengths, and that's emerging a lot in the Humber generally, I think.
And I think if you look along the A63, M62 corridor, over the last 5 years there's been numerous investments and developments, all of which have created economic activity and employment.
The faith that the Hull City Council in particular have had behind the area and the backing of the City of Culture has driven a lot of the excitement and enthusiasm around the area, which I believe has encouraged investment into the area.
I think we've created little flickers of magic, little moments of opportunity that have allowed some people to plan to come and experience and rediscover the city.
I think for the south bank of the river, we've seen three key areas that have moved forward. One of them is offshore wind, and there's been some tremendous investment there in the port of Grimsby in particular.
And we're seeing wind turbines go out to the North Sea. We're seeing that supported over in Grimsby by the offshore craft basing themselves in Grimsby and supporting and maintaining those turbines. And Immingham with our biomass facility, with the investment we've made in the container terminals in the south bank and the north bank. There's a lot going on.
Our links to the sea are just, we can't get away from them, and why would we want to get away from them? It is completely on every side of this region, and it is key to where we go in the future.
But maritime training, which in fact disappeared from the Humber, now we've got a new training centre, Modal, near Immingham. We've also got Trinity Academy, which is also looking to hold maritime qualifications.
Having a university technical college focused on engineering and STEM type subjects, so science, technology, engineering and maths is superb, and the facilities that they have, the teaching staff that they have, that for me is a big milestone as well.
And the renewable energy has based its headquarters on some of the major companies on both banks of the Humber. And I feel very, very passionate that we should look at the Humber as a whole, and that's one thing which the renewable energy has given to the Humber, because North Bank cannot say they're better than South Bank and the other way around. We need to look, and we are looking as one area.
Really come on a long way. It's really doing really well, and I think continuing that momentum and really developing the place as a place that people want to live, work, play, etc. I think is just really good. I've seen it happening up to now. When I started university here, or in Hull in 2001, to now, the developments and everything are fantastic. So keeping that up and continuing to develop and becoming a destination, a place on the map, I think is really, really cool.
Within the business community, that it's really exciting to see startups growing and medium-sized businesses growing, and therefore the whole business community at large really is getting more confident and buoyant really.
I think what's happened is we've had this perfect storm that has enabled all of these wonderful things to align.